Another vital difference with the neuro-sculpting direct method brain training approach lies in how we measure success. Under this system, increases in your brain power are measured not only by improved capacity to do more with your intellect and talent, but is also measured by noticeable reductions in the kinds of symptoms that accompany deficits in brain power. Making that kind of success happen requires a step-by-step approach that makes sense. Let us review it now. Brain fitness and brain power deficits are indicated by certain problematic symptoms, and one of the first things you should do when you begin your brain fitness lifestyle is to narrow down which symptoms indicate where you should target your training. There are 3 self-assessments that you can do under this system, one for attention control and mental concentration, another for mental focus, and still another for impulse control and willpower. When you conduct a self-assessment, you rate whether a particular symptom occurs, how frequently it occurs, and how much it negatively impacts various areas of your life. As an example, on the attention control and mental concentration self-assessment, you may note that you tend to daydream. In this example, a trainee might indicate that the daydreaming is excessive because it happens habitually, thus negatively impacting, say, their grade point average in school or perhaps their career or business productivity. Excessive daydreaming is a definite sign of a brain power deficit because it happens without your conscious permission and in situations where you would enjoy major benefits if you possessed stronger cognitive control over your attention. As we continue with this example of the self-assessment, you can see the symptom indicator that reads, "I drift off into daydreams without realizing it." It has been rated as habitual. Next, the trainee considers which life areas are negatively impacted by the habitual symptom of excessive daydreaming or any other symptoms contained within the self-assessment. Here, the trainee realizes that the problem impacts their career in that he has been passed over for promotion by his manager in favor of somebody else who has more mental focus. The trainee had hoped to place himself in a better career position by enrolling in night school, but excessive daydreaming has caused poor performance in studying and exams. As frustration over the entire situation builds, he tends to feel bad, and so goes out and wastes money on mindless activities in order to distract himself. Thus, excessive daydreaming has affected his financial status. Next, the trainee indicates as to how much of a negative impact the symptom has in a particular area of life. Here, the trainee indicates that the habitual nature of the excessive daydreaming causes major impairment to his quality of life, making it painfully problematic. Now that the trainee has determined the symptom and rated its frequency and impact, the next step is to customize his training approach in order to reduce both the frequency and impact of that symptom. Because the symptom is an indication of a cognitive control skill deficit, the most effective tactic is to develop that specific cognitive control skill, which naturally reduces the symptom. In customizing training to improve a specific cognitive skill, simultaneously reducing a negative symptom, the trainee decides on a definite solution set. The solution set will involve a category of training techniques, whether that category is intellectual, sensory, intuitive, or simple attention control. Then, the trainee chooses one or more techniques from that category. Once training begins, the trainee tracks the effort and results of the training to measure success. Tracking your effort, any obstacles you encounter, tactics you use to overcome those obstacles, and the results you experience is absolutely vital. Only through detailed tracking will you have a solid awareness of your progress and how well you're doing. There are 4 official measures of success, and you will use them to know if the approach you are taking is effective. First, there's skill acquisition. Are you getting better at the techniques themselves? Second, there's symptom reduction. Is the symptom that concerns you, the one you've revolved your training around, showing signs of lessening frequency and impact? Third, there's knowledge acquisition. Are the experiences you have in your training sessions revealing to you how to operate your brain in the real world? For instance, the fact that you engage in attention control techniques should make you very good at brushing aside distracting thoughts no matter where you go. Fourth, there's verification. Are you able to take the principles and skills you are learning in practice and apply them to real-world scenarios? This is a supremely important measure of success, because brain power must be evident in your ability to apply these things for personal and community benefit. As you experience success in both training and life application, you can then reassess yourself and note the reduced symptoms. There is a possibility that multiple symptoms will reduce as you increase your cognitive control skills. Whenever you are satisfied that you have gotten the result you set out to achieve, you can then set a new training goal.